Hello and welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have a really interesting report for you today, and I really do think that this information will put everything in perspective, especially that the economy is doing well nonsense that we keep hearing over and over again. As we know, when the economy is actually doing well, companies expand, they create jobs, they open new locations because the demand is high, the demand is there, companies see that, and they know that it will likely improve moving forward. They have that confidence. When the economy is doing well, or let me put it this way, if the economy is expected to improve, businesses do not rush to cut costs to survive. Well, due to extreme geopolitical and economic uncertainty, top US-based CFOs now say that their number one priority this year is to cut costs. This is according to the recent US bank survey of more than 2,000 chief financial officers. They were surveyed in January and February. So these are senior finance officials, senior finance leaders telling us that they have no confidence in the US economy in the near term. Just 37% of finance leaders have a positive outlook for the US economy for the rest of this year, for the rest of 2024. And nearly 60% are optimistic about the next 3 years. So a little more than half are optimistic about the next 3 years. With inflation accelerating again, interest rates remaining high, ongoing wars in the Middle East and in Europe, CFOs say that we have absolutely no confidence in the short-term economy. That is what they're saying. So we need to cut costs to be prepared for whatever this year brings. What is going to be one of the first areas where business expenses can be easily decreased? It is payroll, right? You're going to want to maintain your productivity levels, of course. You want to produce enough to satisfy demand, but you want to keep more of your profit. So that means you will start laying people off. I believe that we will see employment numbers decline in the near future. Real employment numbers, that is. This is actually really good visual here. That blue line indicates cost cutting as a number one priority. You can see that only two business goals, driving revenue growth and improving cash flows, those two areas are more important to these businesses this year than decreasing their business expenses. Here's what surprised me. The survey shows that growth of faster payments is accelerating. Businesses want to get paid faster. And there is a purely traditional accounting finance way to look at it. Being paid faster helps you improve your cash flows. But that is not the only reason. Digital currencies are likely what they are actually hinting at here. Take a look at the chart. The top section reads Instant Payments RTP Network and FedNow service. So 42% of surveyed CFOs say we've already used it last year in 2023. 51% responded that they are currently using FedNow, and 80%, the majority, 80% expect to use it in 2026. So there you have it. A lot is going on behind the scenes, and we need to be paying attention to these things. Let me read something to you. Business use of instant payments is growing because it improves experiences for customers and employees, creates back office efficiencies, and mitigates risks such as fraud. By the way, tell me, have we not heard this sales pitch before? With instant payment through the RTP network, firms can ask vendors to send a request for payment through their bank account. This request has all the necessary details that determine the vendor's credibility. Once the request is approved, the payment can be made instantly and safely, enabling the firm to deliver phenomenal customer service while also mitigating risks. So this is all for your good. Just remember that instant payments will be for your own good. Instant payments also support industries heavily reliant on the gig economy. Those of you who are business owners, this is for you. Wages that would traditionally be transferred using the automated clearinghouse ACH system, which requires a debit and a credit transaction, can now be transferred through the RTP network or FedNow service. This ensures that gig workers can be paid immediately, again, this is for your good, after having completed a job. Again, this is done for your own good, not for the government's benefit to spy on you and to effectively have that surveillance system in place. No, this is all for your own good. That's what they tell us. As such, there's been a rise in digital payments in sectors that rely on gig workers. In the hospitality and leisure sector, as many as 9 out of 10, 90%, expect to use instant payment in 2026. In consumer and retail, 82% expect to use B2C business to consumer such as Zelle, Venmo payments in 2 years. And in business services, 70% expect to use push to debit card in 2026. Growth in instant payments was primarily driven by a need to create great customer experiences, but we're now seeing more back office applications. There are very interesting use cases in payroll, I hope you're paying attention, the gig economy, and anywhere where a company needs to move money better and faster. Remember that they will launch digital currencies at the right time, and it is safe to assume that they will make sure that it is the only option, no alternatives that you cannot refuse. And this is why they're doing this for gig workers, those people who are self-employed, who are contractors, who may not have an alternative way to get paid. And they're also doing it for other types of transactions where you cannot choose an alternative. An alternative simply will not exist. Here they're telling us that embedding these new payment methods is expected to surge, and I want to draw your attention to the date, 2026. By 2026, so we've only got maybe 1 year at best before this is launched. The survey also talks about the use of AI in the context of cutting costs. AI will replace a variety of jobs in the near future, and businesses are actually investing in this technology right now, which is also likely one of the reasons why they're cutting costs across the board elsewhere. Now they have this massive expense that is related to finding AI solutions that will save them money later on. The report says AI is the second highest priority for investment in the finance function and is most prioritized by finance leaders in insurance, oil and gas, life sciences, and pharmaceuticals. As you can see, the report is very, very revealing. I hope that this video was interesting and helpful. I am under the impression that we are in this moment right now where it is sort of the calm before the storm. Of course, calling what's going on right now calm is not accurate, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Expect big changes soon. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate your time. I do hope that you enjoyed the video and that you found this information helpful and useful and perhaps something that you can pass along to your friends and family. Please show your support. It does go a long way. Give this video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing on Rumble and on YouTube. I would love to have you back for my next one. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you soon.